আপনারা দেখছেন ILFL সকার নাইট। সৌজন্যে নীলাজ হোম লিমিটেড, প্রবাসে মায়ের হাতের ছোঁয়া।
Welcome back to the final part of the ILFL Soccer Night Show, and we have so much to pack into this segment, so I'm going to keep my chitter-chatter to a minimum and give you the facts. We still got results that we haven't covered from yesterday, so I'm going to give those to you right now, starting in the Premier Division. Bromley 0, Stepney 2, and London Tigers 6. That's 6 goals. They put past hapless Leytonstone, who only got 2, and that makes the tables look like this. A little bit staggered. Tigers and Bromley have played 7 games. Everybody else has played 6. But Tigers now are the new leaders up top there, with West End and Stepney sitting ominously right behind them. And like we said, we'll talk about the fixtures to come to see what's going to happen there. Hasnat and Nanu have joined us in the studio as well. Good evening, gentlemen.
Evening.
Hasnat, very quickly, Premier Division, Tigers are now at the top.
Yes.
Will they be caught?
Well, we don't know, because this is now the 4th change in the Premier Division. So we had Tigers the first 2 weeks, and then we had West End step in there, then we had Stepney, then we had Bromley. So it's back to Tigers. So will they be caught? Of course they will be. But will they chase back after? Certainly will.
Indeed, indeed. Let's move to the 2nd Division, where things are amiss, it seems. Let's have a look at the 2nd Division results from yesterday. Al Mizan, well done. You've come back to life and got yourself 3 points after a poor run of defeats. You beat Riverside by 3 goals to 1. We'll skip past the game between Redcoat and West End Reserve. I'll go to the bottom and say Tower Hamlets lost a 7-goal thriller against Beaumont U, 4 goals to 3. That will give them some hope as they look forward to meeting Reach Out twice. But then we move on to this result. Robin Hood Tigers beat St Catherine's under 21. I won't even tell you the score because you can see it there on the screen. It's not a misprint, and you yourself can wonder how that was possible. Gentlemen, I don't want to talk too much about that result. But what I do want to do is I want to talk to you guys out there. And you've heard us talk many times on this show about how difficult it is sometimes to get teams together to turn up and motivate themselves and get out there, win, lose or draw, whatever result, they will turn up. St Catherine's under 21. You guys have been struggling this season, but you get up, you turn up, and after this result, I fully expect you to turn up again this Sunday and put your heart and soul into playing football in the ILFL 2nd Division, because your 3 points are coming. So never mind about how many goals went in. It's about the 1 goal you did score. Improve on that, and we'll be talking about you in weeks to come. That's what happened in the Prem 1st and 2nd Division. Here's the 2nd Division table. Robin Hood Tigers now have a 5-point lead over Beaumont and Redcoat. That's looking almost unassailable. 50 goals in 6 games. A fantastic achievement. They'd gone from being the team that conceded 100 to being the team that could score 100. And everybody else in between. Almazan, well done to you to get 3 points. Beaumont Youth sitting behind there with the Redcoat boys, who you saw on the show earlier. Nanu, you're here, and you're here for no reason, or you're here for some reason. What is it that you've got to tell everybody out there watching?
Oh, you should know this. You know, the vets starting in 2 weeks. This is my message to the participating teams. You know, 2 weeks to go, and teams should really start thinking about finishing off their player registrations, because there's no much time, and we know how quickly the time flies. Really happy to say that there will be 2 divisions, 8 per division, so there will be home and away games. The venue will be Stepney, we can confirm that.
Wow.
That is a really plus point for us. It's taken us quite a while to secure that. because there's been some delays in building the pitch and making sure that the facilities were ready, we hope that everything
Good
was
central
is going
location
to-
for everyone
A good
as well.
central location.
So
It's
for
conveniently
4G
located.
layout, isn't it?
It's a 4G layout. I've been told that the facility is absolutely fantastic, and it's an improvement from the previous season. This is our goal. This is our objective. Is every season we want to improve, and we're sticking to that as well. And this year is going to be a further improvement to that as well. So moving on to some of the teams, we know a lot of the existing teams have retained, you know, Aberhoney, Beaumont, we've got Bromley, London Tigers, we've got Sayas and Catherines. I mean, they're all there. Some of the new teams that I want to talk about, which I am allowed to mention, I'll go down the list, which is Bondu Vets, we've got Mostin Vets, Redcoat Vets, Redcoat All-Stars, Redbridge Vets, beg your pardon. We've got Riverside Vets. Now, Riverside Vets is not the same Riverside team that plays on the Sunday. It's a slightly different Riverside team. So this Riverside team, mainly, they're based around the Wapping area.
Okay.
Then we've got Stepney Legends. Now, it's been a while, and everyone has been talking about when are Stepney going to join, when will they join, you know, and people are getting exciting. But I don't think that Stepney had the type of players that they would have liked to play in the league. So, and they like to make a big presence. So, and I'm sure they're going to do very well. We've got Tower Hamlets B as well, which is a new team. I mean, if you look down the list, the diversity in those teams is absolutely fantastic. I mean, if you look at Mostin Vets, brand new team. Some of these players are very senior, and we expect them to play really good footballing. They're around Stepney and Leytonstone and Hackney, so they're a group of people that have been playing with each other for over decades and decades. So we expect to see some, you know, brilliance from them. You know, some of the other teams, such as Redbridge, they're a brand new team. Redcoat, we know they play on Sundays, so they decided to put in a new team. That's all I can say. It's definitely an improvement from the previous season, and it's going to be one season to look forward to, and it's going to be one competition that will be more entertaining than any other competition, and I can guarantee you that.
Fantastic. Well, so Rash, it's mouthwatering, isn't it?
Every season, this competition is getting bigger and better. 16 teams, and we started off with 8 only 3 seasons ago. To see all these new interest, and I know there was few teams on the waiting list, but we had to cap it to 16 to accommodate the fixture on the match day itself. So it's nice to see a variation of teams from different areas, and everyone's having a keen interest, and it's an opportunity for the vets to play on a regular basis, and it's going to be competitive because we saw what happened last season with the likes of Tower Hamlets and London Tigers setting the standards. So I'm hoping the other teams will match their requirement and actually give them a competition rather than let them win every year, basically. So can't wait to start.
And I think as well, what's good there, one of the things that I picked up on there, Nanu, is the fact that, you know, the fact that it is at the new Stepney Green, we can call it the new Stepney Green AstroTurf now. I mean, like I said, we've heard one or two things, you know, about teams that, you know, have got their own issues and their own problems, but it's nice to see that ILFL have stepped in and they've tried to provide something via the league that is still there for people to use it and keep it amongst the community, which is great, isn't it?
Yeah, it's absolutely great. It's so closer to home for a lot of teams. It will be a lot easier because, you know, in when we had it in Mebla Green, there's, you know, on 1 or 2 occasions there's been some traffic, so it was really difficult for people to turn up. But being in Stepney Green, you know, you got your public transport and everything, so it should be really, really good. I mean, the health benefits are there in the Veterans League, and everybody knows this as well. And because it's so closer to home as well, we expect the scope to grow as well. I mean, there's going to be a lot of our teams who probably haven't actually heard about the Veterans League just yet because it's been outside of the borough. But now that it's inside the borough, and for the previous seasons, the reputation has been building up and building up. I mean, the only thing that I can explain is that it's just going to be an explosion in the Veterans League now. It's just without doubt.
It's fantastic, and it was great to hear you talking about the diversity and variation amongst the leagues. I mean, that's not just about the teams and their location, but we're talking about ethnic breakdown as well.
The
you know?
ethnic breakdown, the history. I mean, if you look at some of those teams, I mean, some of those teams have existed for more than 20 years, 25 years. You know, those boys have been playing from the 80s. You know, for instance, Mostin, that's one of the teams that I would, you know, really want to talk about, and I'm really looking forward to seeing them play. These boys have been playing for more than 30 years with each other, so they might not do a lot of running, but they can move the ball around, which is what I've been assured, and we expect to see some marvellous footballing.
Class is permanent, that's what they always say. And we'll talk more about the teams and the Veterans League that is upcoming in a couple of weeks' time. It will all kick off, and we'll see a lot of football, and we have lots of it to talk about on here as well. And it just adds excitement and credibility to the show as well. We've got to talk about the upcoming fixtures. The fixtures taking part on the 16th of November. That's this Sunday. And like I did say, there are issues that we need to iron out. So let's just get stuck right in. Let's look in the Premier Division and have a look at the fixtures to come. We've got Bromley up against London Tigers. Ireland take on Beaumont. Stepney take on Sire, and West End take on Leytonstone. And I think now they're in the Premier Division, we're looking, it's a full complement of games. But Tigers on top, Bromley are a team that could possibly, I mean, we have spoken about London Tigers just grinding out the results, maybe not being in top gear yet. A good Bromley, 2-0 down to Stepney last time. Can they do any better against Tigers?
Well, they need to. Really and truly they need to, because we'd like to be optimistic and sort of give them the hope. But, I mean, Bromley, when it has come down to the crunch, they have failed. So I'm hoping they make a mark there. And I mean, just looking at the other fixtures there, the way the fixtures are working, that the possibility of Western returning back to the top of the table, because they hold a game in hand against Stepney and Tigers above them. So all sorts of permutations there, David.
It does look very straightforward for the top three teams, Stepney at Sire, Western at Leytonstone. Shax, you want to say anything about Bromley up against Tigers? You were right with a prediction last week.
You know, if Bromley can keep, if they can go 1-0 up and they can keep that lead and try and win by more margin than 1-0, then they got a chance. It's just maintaining that 1-0, the gold.
You think they're capable of getting the first goal against Tigers?
I think so. If they can do it the first time around, they can do it again.
I don't think 1-goal margin would be enough with Tigers, because we all know.
We all know,
We all know with Tigers, not just the Sunday League team, even the Veterans team, that on the second half they always come back fighting, and they're a very resilient team. 1-goal cushion, I don't think it's going to be enough. Maybe 3 or 4.
Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Down into the First Division, here are your fixtures this Sunday. Bow, good win last week. You're now up against Stepney B, and that's the team that's fighting with you for that third spot and possibly to challenge against the top two. Bromley Juniors against Weavers. That's the battle of the bargain basement boys. Let's see who can scrape themselves off the bottom and climb further up in the table. Reach Out v SCTA is the game that we've all been looking forward to here, to see who really has the credentials to be sitting top of that table. And St Catherine's v Burdett. We're not going to say too much about what's happening there, because it speaks for itself. And in the second division, Almazan v Tower Hamlets B. Almazan now 3 points, lifts their confidence. Let's see what they can do against a good Tower Hamlets B team. Beaumont Youth up against West End Reserve. They will need these type of games to boost their confidence ahead of their cup games. Riverside take on Robin Hood Tigers. What can Riverside do against Robin Hood? And St Catherine's under 21. You're now up against the boys that were in this evening, Redcoat, and we're looking to you to score more than a 1 goal than you did last week. Gentlemen, we've only got 30 seconds left, so we'll have a comment.
Sorry, David, if I can just take that 30 seconds, talk about the upcoming project. Next week, hopefully in the show, I'll be talking about the ILFL Interleague Champions competition.
Excellent.
We already got 3 leagues confirmed: the Musical League, the Hackney Leighton League, and ILFL. There's a meeting with one of the 4th team happening tomorrow. So hopefully we'll confirm, and I can then on TV announce the 16 teams that will be participating, and hopefully we might even get the draw done. That's the champions of champions playing in the Interleague Champions Cup. Hopefully the further discussion next week to give you more details in terms of who's playing, who are the champions from each league, and take from there.
Fantastic. The meaty part of the season is here. This is what we're all looking forward to. Gentlemen, one word. Reach Out SCTA. Who's going to get it?
SCTA have a game in hand. Reach Out lost on Sunday, so this is a 6-pointer. Either SCTA beat them, and so they catch up with them and have a game in hand, or it's a 6-pointer, as I say, and Reach Out crawl away.
Thank you for that one word, Hasna. One word, Shax. Reach Out, SCTA.
Reach Out.
Excellent.
Reach Out.
Reach Out.
SCTA. Without doubt.
I love Nanu when he comes with his controversy. That is it. We are at the end of our show. That has been the ILFL Soccer Night. For another Monday night, my thanks to everybody here at NTV for providing us the facilities to put on the show for you to watch what we do up here and to report on what you love doing, and that's play football. Have a good one this weekend. This Sunday, we look forward to speaking about you next Monday. But until then, it's good night for everyone here and good night from me. Good night.